What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G Miles World. And right now, it's a sad day. Again, I've probably succumbed to Madden's demands maybe 2 or 3 times since the game has been kind of not good. Going back to like around Madden 16 when they added all the aggressive catching and the rag catches and all that stuff. Right now, we have to come to the understanding that the game is more likely to work if you do specific things. And one of those things is run the meta. So what meta am I talking about? Again, I've done this over and over again. And for those of you guys that are, still running the 4-3-6-1, just remember the key points of being able to get Cam Chancellor in at middle linebacker is making sure you don't have any third or fourth middle linebackers, and you have to have a left outside linebacker and a right outside linebacker in those positions. All right. Everything else you can fill up with whatever you want, but only one right outside linebacker, one left outside linebacker. Everybody else has to be ends. Now, Lawrence Taylor can be a backup because he's already there, so it technically doesn't really count. So that's why he's there as a backup. So don't worry about that. But these guys have to be ends on the outside. I've showed you guys through different various live streams how to do it, but set it up where your left outside linebacker slots, you can use the backup for who you have at middle linebacker, which are a right outside linebacker and a left outside linebacker. And then these guys have to be ends. All right. And then obviously everybody else has to be ends. You can only have 2 linebackers, one left outside linebacker, one right outside linebacker, no middle linebackers, everybody else ends the way I just showed you. You would do the reorder, and then there would be no middle linebacker in that slot. And then you can go ahead and sub Cam Chancellor into your lineup. I will go back and check out the specific live streams, but it's all over there. If you go to my live stream section on this channel here at G Miles World, you won't have a problem getting Cam Chancellor into the middle linebacker spot with 6-1. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about the meta. All right, G, what are we doing? Why are we running the meta? All right. If you go to the 4-6 playbook, right, let me just go ahead and break it down for you guys that don't know. Many of you guys already know. We've done this. Like, I've gone to the dark side with Madden. It's just that it's taken me longer to do it now because it's sort of like the year's over. We're just trying to figure out new defenses. But this is like 3 years running where, nickel 3-3-5 normal, audible down to 3-3-5 wide, have the linebackers on the outside. They scream. It's random. It's stupid. It usually is very beneficial in the beginning of the year, which is why a lot of people use it. But 4-6 is one of those defenses that actually get it done if you want to audible down from the nickel 3-3-5 down to the 3-3-5 wide. So let me explain that. I want you to see Night Train there in the slot cornerback position. All right. Then when we go over to the defensive side of the ball, we're going to go ahead, because I haven't changed it. I still have it set so if I wanted to go back to 6-1, I can still do it, which is why I don't have the middle linebackers and stuff like that in the lineup right now. So this is primarily for how you're going to go ahead and set up your audible down D and just be a weirdo. Like, dude, this is what you have to do, because the one thing that we know, this is the only way you're going to get sheds. You're not going to shed any other way. And the abilities and all the stuff that goes on, the 6-1 is a very, very advantageous blitz if you're going to get that pressure every time. But people have become smarter with blocking it. And for the most part, if you're just starting out, I would recommend just, pretty much audibling down. So what does that mean? When you go over, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what's going on to the best of pretty much to the best of my ability, so you guys have an idea of what's happening with it. But pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to set up defensively your players in the spots. Now, we're not using, what's that dude's name? Warren Sapp. We're not using Warren Sapp. We're going to actually put in Crosby in. Crosby's going to actually be our actual D tackle in it. And then we're going to put the linebackers that are going to be the safeties, Diablo and Cam Chancellor. And remember, Cam Chancellor gets out of my way for 0. So when he runs into a halfback or a tight end, he should automatically go ahead and shed, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at it. We might have to pause the game a few times, but I'm going to show you what goes on. So 3-3-5, I'm going to go ahead and start rearranging it really quickly, and then we're going to go from there. So Simmons is usually my middle linebacker, number 9, right? Okay. With the way that I have it set up, I have one of my safeties is going to be one of my corners with Acrobat, who's going to be Hobbs. All right, remember, this is a Raiders theme team. So, like I told you before, Cam Chancellor, who they have over here for some reason, we're going to sub him. He can't be there either. Okay, we got to put Diablo there. We're going to sub Hobbs in at that safety position. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to go off sides real quick so that we can keep going back and setting it up. and then you guys can pretty much look at the final picture and see how I have the linebackers, how I have my D linemen and stuff like that, and then you're going to see with the audible down what we're actually doing. And this is what the pros have been doing for 3 years, and a lot of them, you know, you're gonna get a lot of success with it, bro. So that'll be him. We got to make sure that we put Fancy Son there, and then as far as the D lineman, we're putting Anthony Ba over there, and Crosby's going to be our D tackle, okay? Because he's big enough and fast enough to be able to get off the block. And just so you guys know, you don't really need abilities on the interior lineman, but we do have an inside stuff on bar on the left, and we have unpredictables on the other lineman. Not to say that it's needed, because you're going to shed no matter what. It's going to be a lot of sheds. So that's Crosby. So this is the way that it looks. I got one corner at safety with Acrobat. The other corner has Acrobat over here. And everybody else, we got to just put night train lane, sub night train lane in. So now that we've done that, I'm going to now show you guys, obviously, so you can see with the numbers, who the players are and everything with the sub linebackers, how it looks for 3 through 5 wide. Remember, you can set this up however you want, but only strong safeties go into the position of what I'm showing you. Then you would go to 3 through 5 wide. Your audibles are going to probably be, I guess you could probably make this Mike Blitz because we use that more often. You need cover 4 show 2 and then cover 1 robber. And then what you do is you come out in 3 through 5, you press the square button, press the button that you're supposed to be audible into, and then you see how they sit there and they align? That's pretty much how you're setting it up. Now, those guys off the edge, remember, they have out of my way a lot of different things on the actual player, out of my way, and they're super fast. It's 99 speed. So when you click this button and you go to 335 wide, on a PS5 is square, on the Xbox I guess it's X, and you just go to the audible that you're looking for. So I'm going to press square, go to the left, and then I'm going to go to Mike Blitz. All right? And then that's pretty much, you know, the setup that we're running right now, and then we're just sending 5 with contains and seeing what happens. And that's ultimately where I am. This is actually most pros, right, that have won any money in Madden has at least run this in a couple tournaments, because it's a naturally shed defense. It has been for 3 years. I don't know really why EA makes it so OP, but it doesn't really matter. That's not what we need to discuss right now. Why is that guy all the way over there? Diablo. I might have okay, because he has it spread. All right, so whatever. So you see how like one person is coming like that? It actually happens like that in real games, and it's very, very random. But when you send the 5, somebody is going to get out there. Somebody's going to be there. So that's more or less what I want you guys to kind of, you know, understand. Why did I just call a timeout? I meant to go to instant replay. I just want to show you guys exactly what's going on, so you get to see more or less what's happening with the lineup. So when you audible down, that's how it's going to look. It's going to look just like this, right? And then those guys on the edge, that's going to be one strong safety, Diablo or whoever you want. We got Diablo, we got Cam. And I've shown you how to get them in those situations. This is just more of, you know, meta type of, look, I'm just trying to come out here and I know what works type thing. And that's what you're doing. Nothing else is going on, because you have to take away the originality. EA Sports has pretty much said, look, these are the things that work in this game. These other things don't work. And then that's it. So that's how it's going to look for you. And then you're going to just use her in the middle, hover over the guard, and have a good time, whether you're running the Mike Blitz or the cover 4 or even the cover 1 robber. And just have a great time. And that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any other additional questions or comments as far as getting the guys in the right spots or anything like that. I don't think that it'll be difficult, but more than likely, if you're a member on YouTube and we go over it in the morning, I can go ahead and dissect it a little bit more for you. Shout out to all the members that are currently part of the Gmiles World family. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed the video. Until next time, one love, y'all.